Okay, so I'm going to show you something different. I talked a little bit about how we give an invitation in the atrium for the children. And so I'm going to show you how we do that while still keeping on our themes of different subject areas for the atrium. And so once the kids have been in the atrium for a while and we've gotten them to almost Lent and the books of the Bible, and they've done the parables, and then we're going to get ready for tracing those maxims. And maybe in the fall, they've been practicing some calligraphy. And Lent is kind of when I pull out all the stops for the kids in the atrium, where we have materials for bookbinding. They have journals that they make, and we do books with sort of like the tip pages, like they'll have an onion skin page and then a drawing paper page. And it's just a time to be creative and peaceful, maybe have some soft music in the background as we march through Lent. And we do that examine of Psalm 51, and we meditate on the true vine. The whole atmosphere is just sort of one of like a happy hum of work. And so how we do that is also I talked about an invitation. So I'm going to show you what that means. And so do you see my friend here? Pulling back. So this is a gargoyle, and this is a model from the Washington National Cathedral. And so I'm thinking I might put out this invitation when I have done Origin of the Eucharist, and we talk about the church and how it grew, and we had to have bishops and cathedrals, right? And so they may come in, and there are 4 or 5 tables here. I might just have one table that's the invitation table. It's kind of like some kids come in, they go over to the snack table to check out what the snack is for the day. This is the mind snack for the day on this table. And it's just something I put out. And for the children that don't have work, or the children who are kind of bored, they might sidle over. So I have David Macaulay, Cathedral, right? This is, if you aren't familiar with David Macaulay books, it's kind of like he wrote the book, The Way Things Work. So this is how cathedral from the ground up, how to build a cathedral. Then I have this book, and this would be more level 3-ish, but it's nice for the pictures, not necessarily the text for the younger children. The Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul. This is a beautiful book that has pictures of our very own cathedral. And what the kids love about the cathedral is the space window. And this is at the Washington National Cathedral. And then that window is a rock from the moon. And I had in level 3 a service I attended. I took my son when he was little. We actually got to go to the Neil Armstrong funeral at the cathedral. And I brought back the program. And the cover is of the space window with the moon rock. And so this is Cathedral. And so for our children who've actually been there, they could just flip through and see pictures. And they're just beautiful from different corners of the Washington National Cathedral. Which has bishops, right? Then also from the cathedral, this is a guide to gargoyles, so that I picked up at the cathedral shop. I took pictures of the gargoyles, and it gives the history of them. And they have a Darth Vader gargoyle that a child, I think in the 70s, designed. They had a contest for a gargoyle, and a kid won, and it was Darth Vader. This talks about Brunelleschi's dome in Florence. So you'll have some kids who are interested in architects. And this is the cathedral in Florence. Pippo the Fool. And then for the younger children, who are elementary age still, and these would be displayed on the table so they can see them nicely. And I may take these 3 and make them level 3. And then I may take these 2 and make them level 2. Or our atrium sometimes functions as a 6 to 12 because they share the geography. And so I may just strategically place this and kids from both levels can see. And this one is called God Bless the Gargoyles, right? Now this book does have fantasy, right? But again, the children this age, I don't object to the fantasy in this book. And it talks about angels that kind of escort the gargoyles around. But it really draws them in, and it's got beautiful pictures. And it says, what will happen when silent stone gargoyles that adorn the world's churches and cathedrals take flight? right? So that's a beautiful book, and it may get them interested in look at the stained glass windows illustrations. And then it has some prayers, and it struck me that they fly around and they're saying songs of praise, right? It says, "God bless the rain, the storm clouds that bring it. God bless the music and the voices that sing it. God bless the ones who sing everything wrong, and God bless all creatures who do not belong," like the gargoyles. And then there's a prayer that says, "The gargoyles beheld wherever they roamed, the souls of the lost weren't really alone. Each one had an angel, each one was protected, each one was cherished and loved and respected." And if you know your art history, that reminds us of a famous painting of the diner. So there are a lot of little Easter eggs in this book. And it also talks about the souls who passed, right? God bless the hearts and the souls who are grieving, for those who have left, and for those who are leaving. God bless its perishing body and mind, and God bless all the creatures who are left behind. So thinking about our children who may be coming back to the atrium, you know, with similar hopes and fears, we have prayers, right? And so we'll move on to elementary. They understand that gargoyles do not take flight at night and fly around the city. But the sentiment behind the book and the prayers are awesome. And you're also getting sort of different pictures of different places and different aspects of cathedrals. And so this is a beautiful book. And so this is what I would call my invitation, okay? And maybe I wouldn't put out 5 books. I might put out 2. It just depends on the mix of kids I have that year. But this would be kind of like my thing to get them started. I might do, if I know I have just kids from our atrium, younger kids, older kids, gargoyles. I also